Let's bring in our next guest, Jed Soberal. Hello. How's it going, buddy?
Jack?
Nice to see you. From Bitwise and Geekwise.
Yes.
Yeah. For the people at home that don't know what that is, why don't you tell them what it is?
So I'll start with Bitwise, and it's a little difficult to talk about. We do a lot of things, so it's a little over here, a little over there, but I'll go for it.
Okay.
Bitwise Industries is a technology hub in downtown Fresno. We're home to 28 tech companies ranging from various segments of the technology industry, and we provide place, education, and execution within the technology industry to help move it from where it's at and push it forward.
Awesome. Because Fresno's not really thought of as a real high-techy area.
The perception's not there, but the industry is.
Right.
You know, and the way all this started is Jed Soberal, my brother, is one of the co-founders with Irma Olguin. He was an intellectual property attorney, and he just started getting fed up because he was an early career lawyer, and people are telling him, there's no tech in Fresno. You can't do intellectual property in Fresno.
Right.
And he said, you know, well, damn, I'm making a lot of money doing it if there's really not one here. And he got with this Irma Olguin gal, who's world class.
She's awesome.
She is world class. One of the smartest people I've ever met.
A doer.
Yeah. And they got together, they bumped their heads, and she had this idea about taking all these different companies, doing all these cool things in Fresno, and, you know, in the outer reaches of the Central Valley, and taking them out of isolation, bringing them together, and highlighting them, celebrating the geeks.
And if you guys haven't been down there, it is an awesome building. It's just fun to walk through and see all these different guys just working away, feeding off of each other.
It's very deliberately non-Fresno. So the whole field was designed it's remnant of Silicon Valley, of South by Southwest in Austin, of Seattle, of these different, you know, these different hubs, these different downtown centers that in a matter of 5, 10, 15 years use the technology industry to revitalize their entire economy, not just that. And what I mean by that, when you come through our building, yes, you see people at stand-up desks working together from different companies. But what you also see is you see young men looking for a career, young women sitting in there working with mentors for free. No one's charging to do it, but they just come in to work on the skill because there's some promise and opportunity there.
That is awesome. But let's talk about the upstairs.
The upstairs, Geekwise Academy.
Yes.
This is the hottest thing at Bitwise, and it is the flagship of everything that we do. As I said,
so smart and so cool.
So we supply education, place, and execution. So this is our education branch. Geekwise Academy is where we teach people to code from the ground up. And so, I mean, do you have an email account?
Sure.
Even you could do it. No, kidding aside. We break it down. We have a boot camp series that breaks web development down into its component pieces and teaches them in a very structured manner, taking out all the theory. I don't want to talk about 18th century history, you know. I just want to code. So that's what we teach, and then we break into programming languages like JavaScript, PHP, and we've been through a number of the, you know, more widely used languages. We've taught Ruby, Python, iOS development. We're going to be going into Android soon, and once we have some new real estate coming up here in the near future, we'll be able to run a lot of these.
You guys talking about that yet?
Currently, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So Bitwise Mural District, as it's known currently, is our first facility. Coming July, we'll have the soft opening of a new facility called Bitwise South Stadium. It's going to be at the corner of Van Ness and Mono, and for context, we're currently in 8,000 square feet with 28 companies and one new job every 10 days within that building.
Nice.
That facility will be 50,000 square feet.
All right. Great job.
And not only that, but we're taking one of the most historic buildings in downtown Fresno, the old Phelan building, the first indoor car garage in the Central Valley, and we're turning it. So an interesting fact here is in 1914, this dealership opened as high tech. It's an indoor car dealership. In 1914, that was the bleeding edge of technology. And so now, in 2015, we're reopening that building as the bleeding edge of technology.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Let's go back to talking about Geekwise, the code teaching and all that, because after talking to your brother before, this is awesome. What he does, he goes to companies and he says, "What do you need? What are you having a hard time finding here in Fresno?" And they say JavaScript or something like that, and you guys put it together. It's a 6-week program?
Yeah, so all of our courses are 6 weeks long. They meet twice a week in the evening from 6 to 9, so you'll either be on a Monday and a Wednesday or a Tuesday and a Thursday, and they're continuous. So they start every 6 weeks. We're not on a school schedule. We're not, we're not following any breaks or anything. If you want to learn to code and you want to get involved in something, be rest assured we're down there doing it. Join us anytime.
And the cost is minimal.
So it's 36 hours of in-person instruction from a software engineer that does this for a living every day. Not only that, but you also will have a teacher's assistant, which will be another seasoned developer that's in industry doing this, and they are really passionate. So we don't just hire developers who code and who want to code. We hire developers who care about Fresno, who care about people, and they come in and teach our classes. So if you ever meet Damon Thomas from Quick Labs, he's the biggest fan of Fresno, and he's going to do something about fixing stuff. And then you meet guys like Greg Goforth and Matt Higley. They really care about what they're doing. It's more than just the code. It's about providing opportunity, and that's where we come in as the staff, because we're aggressive about placing these individuals around town, getting them in local industry. Yeah, some of them don't have college degrees, but we're giving them all the skills that they need. We're training for day one job readiness. We're not training, not
a lot of fluff.
Not a lot of fluff. It's 6 weeks to learn HTML and CSS is pretty breakneck. And when you think we can take you to full stack software development in 6 months, and these classes only cost $250 each.
Right.
That's less than $10 an hour for the instruction. We like to keep it very low barrier to entry, because we don't care who your last name is. We want you to be able to get into the tech industry, and we're here to help you do that.
That's awesome. Why the interest in downtown Fresno?
It's home. It's not. This isn't something we're not returning from a far off place. Jake isn't backed by big venture capital. Irma doesn't bring a heavy hand into this. These are a bunch of people from the Central Valley who really care about it. We love technology. We love people, and we're just trying to make something better in our segment. Just like Tioga Sequoia's over there trying to make downtown Fresno the coolest place to be. Working with Craig Sharton and the Downtown Fresno Partnership. We just have our piece, and we're playing our position.
Awesome. How many jobs have you guys, how many people have you placed in jobs since you started?
So, very hard to say, because there's both indirect and direct placements. So we have a number, and it's come up to about one every 10 days is the statistic we're at, coming up on 2 years here, and that's steadied out. But we also will have people come through our courses, and 6 months later, they'll come to an event and say, hey man, I really appreciated everything you guys did for me, and it's sweet. Who are you? Oh, I took a class a couple of months back, and I got a job at Worldwide Media or at Decipher, and you never even hear about it. And it's, oh, cool. And that's fun to have someone reach back and say, thanks for the help. Not to mention someone you hold very near and dear, Talisha Brantley.
Right.
She was a placement. She came through all of our Geekwise courses, and now we have the world's best events director at Bitwise Industries.
And a great cheerleader, too. Huh?
Really great cheerleader. Yeah. Also, I hear pretty mean on a roller derby.
Yes, she is. And what a nice space to have it at the front door. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, if people want to go down there and check it out, you guys give tours?
Anytime. So you check out, I think GeekwiseAcademy.com is down there somewhere. Check out GeekwiseAcademy.com. Our address is on there. These phone numbers on all our websites are posted, so it'll be 999-6053. Give me a call, and I'll set up a tour. I'll personally show you our facility, introduce you to some folks. And I actually brought you something.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I got here is this is our Geekwise Academy
shirt. Geekwise shirt.
And
nice.
So this is designed by Talisha Brantley herself. It's got the Fresno made on there. We like that.
All right.
And so there you go.
You know what? I love what you guys are doing down there. I can't wait to have your brother back on the show too. You tell him I said hello.
All right, I will.
Thanks for everything you do for Fresno. Okay.
All right.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stick around.